In this video guys, I'm gonna say you about the 5 advantages and 5 disadvantages, and you can also call them as a 5 pros or 5 cons about the all new BS6 model Tvs Apache RTR 164V. And this is the honest opinion about this motorcycle guys. Without further delay, let's get into the work, and you're watching BvjTech Motor Riders. The first advantage of this motorcycle is the looks. As you can see guys, it is one of the best looking naked bikes that we can find in the Indian market, and the graphics in this motorcycle are really very excellent guys, and the styling of this bike is really awesome. And also guys, the road presence of this bike is really very excellent, and this is one of the main advantage of this motorcycle. The second good thing about this bike is the engine this bike offers. Yes guys, this bike has very refined engine, and it is powered by 159cc engine which produces a good amount of power, that's almost 15.8 bhp and near to 16 bhp, and a peak Newton meters of torque of around 14.12 Newton meters, which is really a very great thing guys. And it also gets the electronic fuel injection system instead of carburetor, because this bike is a BS6 vehicle, so it gets this option. So this is another advantage for this bike. The third advantage of this bike is the headlight this bike offers. As you can see guys, this headlight is made up of the LED headlamp and the LED pilot lights, which look very attractive, and the brightness of this light are really very brighter, and it increases the visibility in the night times. And also guys, in the rear section also, the LED tail lamp is decent enough and provides good brightness. The fourth advantage of this motorcycle is the ground clearance this bike offers. Being a naked bike also guys, it has a good ground clearance, that's almost 180 mm, which is really very impressive. This is a big advantage of this bike guys, because the naked bikes in 150 or 160cc segment, they doesn't have this much ground clearance this bike offers, so it's a big advantage for this bike. The fifth advantage of this bike is the alloy wheels this bike offers. This bike gets the alloy wheels guys, and it gets the tubeless tires which are of size 90 by 90 mm and 110 by 80 mm, and we get the 17-inch alloy wheels in this bike guys, and we also get the tubeless tires in this bike, and we can say that this is the advantage for this bike. The another good thing about this bike is the fuel efficiency this bike offers. Actually guys, this bike can give a decent mileage of around 40 to 45 kilometers on city and as well as highways, which is really a very great thing guys. And it also comes with the electronic fuel injection, being a BS6 vehicle. So with the help of the fuel injection, the mileage of the bike can be increased. Now we'll be talking about the drawbacks of this motorcycle. The first drawback of this motorcycle is the brakes this bike offers. Actually guys, this bike consists of a disc variant as well as a drum variant also in the rear section, but mainly we have to prefer the disc variant, and it comes with just single channel ABS, and the front braking feel is not that better, and the braking power would be much more increased in this bike. So this is the main drawback for this bike. The second disadvantage for this bike is the halogen indicators this bike offers. Actually guys, nowadays all the bikes are coming with the LED indicators, and the LED indicators are really far better than when we compare it with the halogen indicators, because they are more bright and provides good visibility. So this is the second drawback for this bike. The third drawback of this bike is the windscreen that this bike doesn't offer. Actually guys, the windscreen is very essential for a naked bike, because the naked bikes are generally have very high wind blast in the higher speeds. So with the help of the windscreen, the wind blast would be reduced to much extent, and it will be improve the aerodynamic design of the bike. So this is the main drawback for this bike. The fourth drawback of this bike is the bigger tires that this bike did not offer. Actually, practically speaking guys, for a 150 or 160cc motorcycle, these tires are decent enough, But if we compare it with the other motorcycles like the Hornet, or take as example as the Gixxer or FZ, these bike tires are of size 140 section tires, the rear tire especially speaking. But for this bike it just got only 110 section tire, which is really very small guys, and it decreases the road stability. So the wider the tire is, the good stability the tire provides. The fifth drawback of this bike is the combined seat that this bike offers. Actually guys, nowadays all bikes are coming with the split seats, but this bike came with the combined seats, which is a small drawback for this bike. The last drawback of this bike is the rear view mirror that this bike offers. Frankly speaking guys, the rear view mirrors do a good job, but the thing is they are somewhat small and reduces the visibility. So this is the drawback for this bike.